We're just going to get started here. So good afternoon and welcome to the regular board meeting of the San Diego CISD Board of Trustees. Today's Wednesday, February 12th, 2025, and I call this meeting to order at exactly 5:31 p.m. Roll call. Dr. Ariel Cruz,
Present.
Mr. Rudy Corona,
Present.
Mr. Fructuoso Gomez,
Present.
Crystal Hernandez,
Present.
Mr. Alex Reina, Mr. Israel III,
Present.
Mr. Alfredo Perez,
Present.
and Mr. Tony Torres. Thank you, sir. Let's move on to agenda item 1.2 and 1.3, the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States flag and Texas flag and the invocation. Mr. Corona.
Yes, good evening. Today we have two special students. They are from Sullivan Environmental Science Academy under the direction of Dr. Cynthia Claiborne, who's the principal. First, we have Noeli Tejada and Hannah Galarza. Ms. Tejada is a 10-year-old and fourth grade student at Sullivan Environmental Science Academy. She is the daughter of Noe and Myra Tejada. She currently is a member of the National Elementary Honor Society, CESA Honor Choir, CESA Book Club, 4-H, CESA Master Junior, Chefs, and the Student Council Treasurer. Her favorite subject is math, as she loves numbers. Noeli has participated in the Rio Grande Livestock Show, earning different recognitions in different categories. As a junior master chef, she has participated in the Cameron County 4-H Roundup. This year, her team placed third in the Food Challenge team competition. At last year's CESA's Trash and Show, she earned second place with her fashion dress made of recyclable materials and first place in most collected recycling. Since the beginning of her academic career in pre-K, she has been able to maintain her A honor roll recognition, perfect attendance, and exceeds her AR goal of 150 points each year. Thank you. Also, Ms. Hannah Galarza is the youngest daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Galarza. She is a fourth grade student attending Sullivan Environmental Science Academy, where she is an A honor roll student and proud member of the CESA cheer squad. She also is a member of the CESA 4-H Club, member of the San Benito FFA organization, National Elementary Honor Society historian, and Student Council representative. She is also captain of her dance team. Hannah has spent her summer days helping at school, attending to the flower beds, and feeding the class pets. Hannah enjoys volunteering her time to help others and participating in donating items to various organizations. She has won awards in raising her market goat, horticulture projects, Western art, and photography at various FFA shows. Hannah has also won awards with her team at different food shows as a member of the CESA Master Chefs. Her favorite hobbies are dancing and cooking. Hannah has an interest in pursuing her career as a dance instructor. She has a passion for dance and would love to share that passion with others. Thank you. Ms. Tejada. Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one, indivisible.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for that introduction. Before the meeting begins, I'd like to take a moment to ask for blessings on all the important work that happens in our school district. Heavenly Father, please bless our school board members with wisdom and understanding as they make decisions for our SBCISD family. Guide our superintendent and leaders who make choices that help us grow and succeed. And bless all the teachers who work so hard every day to teach us and help us learn. We are grateful for all the hard work, and we ask that you give everyone the strength and patience to continue making our school district a great place. In your name, we pray, amen.
Could you both come up, please? Could the parents, if the parents are present, can they please stand so they can be recognized also?
All right, let's move on to agenda item 2, special recognitions. Mr. Gonzalez?
Good evening, Board President Lopez, members of the Board of Trustees, Superintendent Bettis, the members of the audience that are here with us, and then the members that are also online, welcome. This is the opportunity that we have to get to recognize our outstanding achievements of our students and staff, and we are here at Riverside Middle School this month. So first, I would like to thank Mr. Rudy Ramirez, our principal of Riverside Middle School, for hosting us here today, and for also allowing us to see the beautiful transition of this cafeteria here today. So again, thank you, Mr. Ramirez, the staff, and everyone that was here to prepare for this meeting. So we're going to go ahead and introduce our athletic coordinator here from Riverside Middle School that knows these next students very, very well. So he's going to present the accomplishments of the teams that we are here to recognize. So at this time, if we can have our athletic coordinator here from Riverside Middle School, Mr. Felix Villalpando, please join us.
First and foremost, welcome, board members, administrators, principals from other schools. We are very, very happy to have you here in this very beautiful, humble, hardworking campus. Okay, the students, athletes that I'm gonna present to you today have put in a lot of hard work and have great accomplishments throughout their volleyball, soccer seasons, and obviously all the other athletes that we have here. So what I want you to know about these kids is that they put in a lot of hard work, early mornings, holidays, vacations, summers. So everything they've earned, they've deserved it. Okay, so we're here to celebrate them And I'm very happy that you guys get to see the hard work that we do here. And this immense number of athletes that you're about to see here is that all the hard work that we put in, that they put in, is paying off. Okay, so thank you for being here, first and foremost. Okay, the first recognitions that we're gonna have our 2024 district champions, 7th grade A team, 7th grade B team, 8th grade A team, and 8th grade B team. Okay, our coaches, they're gonna come over with them. The Lady Bulldogs earned district championships honors in all 4 middle school divisions, including a back-to-back district championship in the 8th grade divisions. The girls combined for a record of 30 wins and 2 losses. The 8th grade teams have compiled an impressive record of 30 wins and 0 losses in the past 2 years at Riverside Middle School. Our middle school district has a total of 11 middle schools from our middle school district. In the entire district, we have 11 middle schools from Los Fresnos, Harlingen, and San Benito. So congratulations to our Riverside Middle School Lady Bulldogs. So we're starting first with our 7th grade B team. Our first one up will be Eva Benavides. Jimena Briseño. Alitza Cabriales. Angela Callejas. Sofía Cortés. Mia García. Leila Ibarra. Aileen Leal. Ariana Loredo. Camila Maldonado. Katia Mancillas. Naomi Méndez. Andrea Milán. Anabel Muñiz. Raylene Rodríguez. Victoria Soto. Kenia Valdez. Elaya Vargas. Ana Vega. And our phenomenal coach that doubles as a math teacher, an awesome math teacher, Ms. Terry Garcia. All right, if we have the parents from our 7th grade B team, okay, if you can please stand up and be recognized at this time. Los padres de las niñas que están aquí enfrente se pueden parar a ser reconocidos. All right, moving on with our next team, our 7th grade A team. For you guys that are not aware of the way middle school sports work, we have our A and a B team, a dark and a light team. And the one you just saw was our 7th grade B team. So every grade level has an A or a B. So our 7th grade A team also won district championships, also won the district champions. And our team goes Jocelyn Collazo, Elena Garcia, Isabela Herrera, Sofía Lugo, Sofía Maldonado, Evelyn Martínez, Alice Oyervides, and Jeanette Sandoval. Yes. And they're very, very hardworking coach. I'm an adjective person, guys, so I put adjectives to everybody. A very, very hardworking coach, Tessa Guerrero. Ya se me andaba olvidando. The parents of these great young athletes, can you please stand up and be recognized, please? Thank you, sir. Real quick, our next two teams, our 8th grade teams, 3 years ago, we had a vision. My wife and I and our coaches, we wanted to elevate our volleyball program, and this was our first group that we did that with. We put in some extra time, extra hours. We worked on very, very, very hard, and the results is in the pudding, right? Back-to-back district championships. Our 8th grade team finished both years undefeated. Our 8th grade A and B team, they finished undefeated of a 30-0 record, so they didn't lose a single game to any of Los Fresno schools, and most importantly, to any Harlingen schools. All right? So, our back-to-back district champions, starting with our 8th grade B team, Atalia Delgado, Hannah Flores, Angie Huitron, Ciana Gutierrez, Aubrey Ledesma, Andrea Luévanos, Isabela Peña, Jimena Richarte. Jazmín Rico. Mia Bella Sepúlveda. Amy Tello. Alexandra Vargas. Sadie Velázquez. And Elidia Yado. And their awesome coach for 2 years, Lori Calderon. Will the parents of these young ladies being recognized please stand up? Los padres de las niñas que están aquí, por favor. Thank you, guys. All right. Our last, but certainly not our least, okay, our 8th grade A team, back-to-back district champions. Hey, these girls have been playing for 3 years. We've taken them to Mid-Valley, to Bronzeville, where they played all over the place, and they've turned heads, okay? And the first thing we tell them, and the girls can tell you, we're from San Benito. That's the first thing we tell them, okay? Our 8th grade A team, back-to-back district champions, Zoe Chavez. Jocelyn Herrera. Pamela Hidalgo. Mariah Mena. Analí Mosqueda. Rebecca Rivas. Paola Rivera. Victoria Villalpando. And our back-to-back district champ, Coach Chelsea Acord. And our very, very special group of parents that followed us everywhere we took these girls. If you could please stand up and be recognized. I will forever be grateful because you guys started all of this. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Okay, that was our volleyball champions, district champions. It's safe to say the volleyball program at the high school will be in very, very good hands in the upcoming years. Next up, we have our boys soccer team. In middle school, boys soccer is combined of 7th and 8th grade players, males. Okay, so these guys, these athletes, they earn district championship distinctions. Okay, the Riverside Middle School boys soccer team earned district championship honors by completing the season with an undefeated district record and an overall record of 6 victories and 1 defeat. Also, our middle school district has a total of 11 schools from Los Fresnos, Harlingen, and San Benito. Congratulations to our Riverside Middle School Bulldog soccer team. Our Riverside family is extremely proud of you. And our soccer team was composed of Gabriel Alviso, Alan Fonseca, Justin Garcia, Rodrigo Garcia, Carlos Gonzalez, Alexis Hassel, Jaciel Lerma, Brian Martinez, Rodney Mora, Romeo Patiño, Jacob Perez, Fabian Sarmiento, Luis Soto, Elian Vargas, assistant coaches, Jesus Zapata and Tommy Gonzalez. And I had the privilege of coaching this team, so head coach, Felix Villalpando. I can have a few seconds real quick. The boys have not seen this. Every time we have a district championship in-house, okay, we buy our boys banners. Okay, so we hang them up on the wall so everybody can see, and they can be there forever. So they can come back in the future, show their kids, whoever, that they were here before, and they're here forever. Okay, so this is the first time they see their banner. This is their championship banner. And by the way, I'm pretty sure he's not here, but to our board members and administration, this is the job of our print shop. Okay, so you're about to see something really great from our own print shop.
Board President Lopez, members of the Board of Trustees, Superintendent Bettis, and members of the audience, we just want to say thank you. This wraps up our student recognitions for this month. We once again want to thank Coach Villabando for announcing the names. He saved my voice, I guess. And so thank you, and thank you also to Mr. Rudy Ramirez once again for hosting us here today and for having outstanding achievements of his students being recognized here today. We, before we end, on behalf of Public Relations and KSBG TV, we want to wish everyone here and viewing us a very happy Valentine's Day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Okay, let's move on to item number 3, public comment. Dr. Cruz?
The next item on the agenda is public comment. Before we begin, I will remind our audience members of the board's procedures for handling public comments. The public comment portion of our meeting is available to members of the public according to the following. At regular board meetings, the board shall permit public comment regardless of whether the topic is an item on the agenda posted with notice of the meeting. At all other board meetings, public comments shall be limited to items on the agenda posted with notice of the meeting. Anyone who would like to speak during public comment must sign in prior to the start of the meeting and list the topics they want to discuss. An individual's public comments to the board shall not exceed 5 minutes per meeting. Please keep your comments civil and courteous. Please avoid using profanity and refrain from making personal attacks on others during your opportunity to speak. We ask that you do not discuss students who are not your own children. In addition, the participating individual shall adhere to the following. State their full name and what organization or group, if any, is being represented. Indicate the topic about which they wish to speak. Shall refrain from commenting directly on any individual employee or public official by name, but may refer to a specific employment area, job title, or the board as a whole. And shall refrain from attacks on individuals. Lastly, if after at least one warning from the presiding officer, any individual continues to disrupt this meeting by his or her words or actions, the presiding officer may request assistance from law enforcement officials to have the individual removed from the meeting. If a speaker is seeking board resolution of a specific complaint, that concern should be addressed through the district's grievance process. District policy DGBA has been established for addressing employee complaints. Policy F&G is the avenue for filing parent complaints, and policy GF addresses community member complaints. Grievance forms may be obtained at any campus administration office or at the district central administration office. Thank you. Our first speaker is Ms. Rosalinda Garcia.
Good evening, administration and board. I want to start off by, this was last month, to thank the board for your community service. Thank you. And I want to say to Riverside, I love your tennis courts. Now I got to see them close by. That was initiated by board member Janie Lopez, who's now our state representative. She listened to the community and the school board got it done. And that's what you all are doing too. Thank you. What caught my attention, I want to talk about check disbursements. If administration could, I saw a $60,000 expense that had a heading of Christmas decorations. Boy, that caught my attention, $60,000 for Christmas decorations. But then you go to another page and you see that, no, there's more to it. And that's what's happening in Washington, D.C. Yes, there's more to it than what they're talking about. And yes, we need to cut expenses. We need to cut waste, and it's been done before. A couple of years ago, I know the board cut down with ABC Consultant Services. That was like $540,000 a year that practically we were giving to a company that the school district was doing the work, if you all recall that. Then we had on Dr. Carmen's contract, $1,600 a month for living expenses. That went like to $96,000 a year that we gave away. So, school board, please keep on looking at those expenses. Another thing that caught my eye on the agenda is legal services. Mr. Salazar, I can mention his name because he's not a school employee. And I know that he started off with 5,000 a month, then it went up to 9,000 maybe, but I know that right now his salary is at 12,500 a month. A lot of times that I was at meetings, I wouldn't see Mr. Salazar here. A lot of times we did not get any comments on this failed construction that I know y'all are working to get it going. But that's it. We don't know what's going on with the construction. At least I don't. I read the newspaper a lot, and that's what I rely on. I don't know what happened to Fernando del Valle. Where is he? So, and I know the committee meetings continue to be closed to the public because of this quorum, and the superintendent can only do what the board tells him. So they continue to be closed. We don't get to hear what you all discuss, what you want to put in the agenda, and why not. On committee meetings, they used to have presenters too, and that's very informative. So going back to legal services, Mr. Salazar, I would like to see legal services, somebody that has a lot of, has handled business and commercial litigation. We used to have someone like that. Insurance law, contracting, somebody that does work with energy transactions. I looked up their bio on Google. We had somebody, he used to do represent school districts on oil and gas leases, business contracting. If you go in there, you'll see the difference. And I'm not suggesting you hire that. Of course you're not. You're not gonna hire who Ramiro Moreno hired. But look at their education, what they put to the table. You all have good qualities, and that's why you're on the board. And we need a good legal attorney to protect us with this litigation. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Garcia. Our next speaker is going to be Raul Delgado. You can go ahead and come up to the mic.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Raul Delgado, and I'm here representing the city of San Benito with Parks and Recreation. We are excited to announce the launch of our new Pony League, a baseball and softball league for boys and girls from the ages 4 to 12. We are seeking your assistance in promoting this program. Especially, we would like to invite you all as the board members to help us engage with coaches and counselors to support the growth of the league and encourage participation from children here in San Benito. Our goal is to establish a team at each school, similar to the structure like the after-school program has. So we would like to get you guys support so we can be able to do those kind of things. Thank you for your support.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Ms. Lupita.
Good evening, board. Just tell me when it's my minutes. I don't want to go over.
Do you want it at each minute or 2 minutes left, 1 minute left?
Well, like if it's a minute left, but
Okay.
tell me when I start. Just
Sounds
tell me
good.
when it's ready. Ready?
Go.
Thank you. My name's Lupita, and I want to first congratulate Mr. Ramirez here for hosting the Board of Trustees. That's wonderful, getting to see a new district, a new school with different ideas that come about, and that's great because we have new board members that weren't here before, so that's great. The second thing that I want to talk about is academics. I know STARS is one of the things I always focus on, and you know, things the way they're going right now with legislation in Texas, you know how they're doing the cutting funding. It's really important to just make sure that we have the resources. I know that assistant superintendent has been doing her diligence on software, on Teams, on all that great stuff. But my thing is, when the test comes out, that's gonna be one of the things I really wanna see, that those grades come out. And like I said, you're a new board, and it's something for you all to see as well. And the last thing also, thank you for that nice compensation for the freeze for the employees. That was nice as well. Thank you, board. Secondly, and last, I wanna go ahead and talk about council. I wanna talk about Mr. Salazar. I think he's been doing a great job. Apparently, for me, as a taxpayer, since he's been here, I think since 2023, he's been at it. He's been going after these companies, you know, and it doesn't take overnight, oh, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and sue. It takes months. And look what he did for us. I've never heard for a lawyer to get San Benito, and let me go back, and he got the school district $13,300,000 in a bond, which now San Benito has a total of $29,360,000, 190 was, I think, 62 cents, if I'm not correct. That shows a lot. And this, it was stated on October 18th at the board meeting. And yeah, and you know what? Sometimes he might not be here, but if it has nothing to do with construction, he doesn't have to be at every meeting. And I understand that you as new board members, you want to do it close, we rely on you. And this is the proof that he is doing his job. He's doing what he's supposed to as a lawyer. Because let me tell you, when you had the other board, did we get anything done? No. Did anything get finished? No. Did we get any money? No. Until who came along? Mr. Salazar. And you're looking for the best interest of the students, of the stakeholders, of the taxpayers. You're looking for the best interest because guess what? We have now $29 million in the bank, which is awesome. And you have to see it that because guess what? This is all of our monies, not just mine. Everybody that lives in San Benito, this is their money. How many more minutes do I have?
A minute 40.
Got it. So let me go ahead and say this. Board members, your decision to unanimously assign this district most extreme, serious, critical job of great signification to Mr. Balazar regarding the construction projects was proven to be the best interest of the district taxpayers, students. Thank you, Mr. Balazar. The district received $13 million, $300 million directly under council guidance. As a taxpayer, as a registered voter, as a community member, as a stakeholder, I am here today to applaud Mr. Balazar, to acknowledge his commitment representing the students, the staff, and San Benito ISD to the highest standards. Mr. Balazar, thank you, sir, for giving over $13 million for the district. And board members, thank you for protecting the taxpayers' money and assigning Mr. Balazar to the district's most highest importance, because that is true. We need to remember right now, funds are getting cut. And that's something that maybe one day you might need to rely on that money. Because guess what? Our next door neighbor, they're out $23 million. And that's our neighbor. They're under $23 million. And we're over $29 million. So that's something to be proud of the board, and especially when you have council like that, because they're protecting our children, our future. That's what they're doing. Thank you.
Thank you. And that concludes the public comment portion.
Thank you, Dr. Cruz. Let's move on to item number 4, board reports. I don't have a report, but I have a couple of comments. I'm going to allow all the board members as well to share, if they have any. First and foremost, the beginning of this month was Happy Concerts Week, or Concerts Appreciation Week. So I just want to, yes, thank you. So I just want to extend a huge shout out to them and all the hard work that they put in. And, you know, trust me, it doesn't go unnoticed. So thank each and every one of you all for all your hard work and the impact you have on our wonderful kids in this district. And second and lastly, happy Valentine's to everybody, parents, everybody out here, staff. Have a great and safe happy Valentine's. So at this moment, I'll allow the board members, if they have anything to say.
I'll go next. I want to extend my gratitude to Riverside Middle School for hosting us this evening. It's important for us to get out here. I know there's a lot of great things going on at Riverside, at our country schools, and they have such a vibrant community, and we just thank you for opening your doors to us and letting us educate your kids. We have a lot of parents still here right now, so I just want to thank y'all for coming. Gracias por tener nosotros aquí en su escuela para venir a visitar y hacer esta junta.
I do want to say thank you to Mr. Ramirez and the staff for hosting us here at Riverside. It's really nice to kind of get a different view at a different school. Thank you all for all you do.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I have a few words to say. Mr. Ramirez, thank you. Beautiful campus, beautiful campus. To all the teachers here, counselors, back there, I see you guys. All the students and everyone that was here today and out there in TV land, thank you all so much for all the support. We will continue to work for you guys today, tomorrow. We will continue to do the best that we can. One thing I wanted to mention, and I always tell people this, especially in some of the schools here in La Paloma Elementary, my family is from La Paloma. My mom was born here in 1919. And my grandparents, mi abuela was from here also. So La Paloma holds a special place in my heart. Thank you.
I would just like to say, outstanding job, Mr. Ramirez. I love coming to this campus. You do a great job with you and all your staff. To Coach Villapando, I don't know if you're still here, and to all the coaches, that was amazing. The going undefeated, yeah, not losing to Harlingen, great job. I'm beyond proud of all of y'all, and I look forward to the athletes that you're producing here. I look forward to seeing them in high school. And I'm really excited about things that will happen with them and their future and their potential future with college. And hopefully we can turn some of those volleyball players into college athletes on scholarships. So thank you all again for hosting, and you guys are doing an amazing job.
First of all, Mr. Ramirez, beautiful campus. This is my first time here. I want to apologize to the parents and the students, the coaches. It's not that I want to shake anybody's hands, but I've been under the weather for the past 3 weeks, and I didn't want to get anybody sick. La Paloma, it's a special place in my heart. Why? Because when I started working for the school district of San Benito, I remember that we were at the baseball park, and they said the only team that didn't have a coach was La Paloma team. So I used to wake up at 8 in the morning, get to work, and come all the way from La Paloma after work, pick up all the kids from La Paloma, and here's my wife. It's a witness. We used to go house by house and drop off the kids at 8, 9 at night, buy lunch, dinner for them, and then go home all the way back to Brownsville. So you guys have a special place in my heart. Always La Paloma, and of course now Riverside. Thank you for hosting us, Mr. Ramirez. Been doing a great job. Thank you, guys.
Thank you again for hosting us. My first job with San Benito CISD was at La Paloma Elementary as a TA. And I've been able to visit Angela Leal. And it's just a culture that I think this area has is very unique. It's very special. All the parental involvement is amazing to see. So keep doing what you all are doing. It's a very big movement that you all have here. Like I said, the culture is very different, but it's awesome and it's amazing, and I wish we could replicate that in a lot of our campuses. So thank you all again for hosting us.
Thank you all so much. Okay, let's move on to item number 5, agenda item number 5, Superintendent Report. Mr. Pettis?
I just wanted to reiterate and thank Mr. Rudy Ramirez for his hospitality, all of the staff here. Riverside it's a beautiful campus. We did want to showcase, this is one of our more recent upgrades, was this cafeteria. So it's good for the kids, so we wanted to show it off also. I did want to recognize, we just got some, I think it was today or yesterday, we got some information on TIA. So TIA we are a district that is part of TIA, the Teacher Incentive Allotment. We started this several years ago, and several of our teachers become certified with a designation, so they receive more funds from the state. Today we found out that we added 55 new teachers to TIA, bringing our total to 146 teachers in our district. So this really helps them out. 27 of the teachers of those 146 have upgraded their distinction, so they'll get even more funds from the state next year, and we're very proud of them. We're very happy to have them. I'm not going to read a list of names because we'll have an official unveiling of that. But again, thank you for everything you all do. I wanted to wish everybody a happy Valentine's Day. Just remember, no glass, no balloons, and have a great evening.
Thank you, sir. Let's move on to agenda number 6, consent agenda under business and finance. 6.1, request approval of cash accounts for January 2025. Question? Consent. 6.2, request approval for the comparison of revenue and expenditures for the budget of January 2025. Question? Consent. 6.3, request approval of tax collection report for January 2025. Question? Consent. 6.4, request approval of check disbursement report for January 2025. Question? Consent. 6.5, request approval to award 2 additional proposals for RFP-1224-GMF for general merchandise services district-wide. Question? Consent. 6.6, request approval for gifts and bequests for 24-25 school year. Question? Consent. 6.7, request approval for budget amendments. Question? Consent. 6.8, request approval for the purchase over $50,000. Question? Consent. Let's move on to item number 7, consent agenda under administration. 7.1, request approval of the revision of the 24-25 compensation plan. Question? Consent. 7.2, request approval of the purchases of ECG with electrocardiogram machine for the implementation of ECG screenings. Question? Consent. 7.3, request approval of the policy manual update 124. Question? Consent. 7.4, request approval to change order request for American Fencing Company for fencing project at Seminole High School. Question? Consent. 7.5, request approval from board minutes for regular board meeting January 2023, 2025, and the special board meeting January 30, 2025. Question? Consent. Can I have a motion to approve under consent agenda 6.1 through 7.5?
So,
I got a motion.
Second.
Second. All in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, let's move on to agenda item, action agenda, under 8.1, discussion of possible action regarding special counsel services agreement of Baltasar Salazar, attorney at law, PLLC. At this moment, I entertain any questions or motions?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
No, not a question, but I thought we had already discussed this. We're all 7 together, including Mr. Pettis, our superintendent. And when I saw this agenda item, I was surprised. And I just wanted to be very transparent with our community and our taxpayers and our district. For the past, I would say 3 months, it's been a discussion about this And I said it since day one. If there's something that you don't feel comfortable or you don't agree with, that's why we have these discussions, of course, in the back, and nothing was done. Obviously, we got to a point that we all agreed to continue with Mr. Salazar. Can you come to the front, Mr. Salazar? Yes, I can, Mr. Lopez. I can bring him to the front.
But this was a motion, this was a discussion, if possible, not to ask
Okay,
questions.
I'll make a motion to keep Mr. Salazar.
I don't know, can we do that? Are you making a motion? Okay.
Can I
So
make
he's making a motion for the legal to come to speak. So at this moment,
To keep, that's what I'm saying.
oh. Oh, I'm sorry. So he made a, okay, so I have a motion on the floor to retain Mr. Salazar. So, all in favor? I mean, I need a second.
Second. Anybody? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you can talk,
so
we can.
So he made a, so, yeah, but. Yes, we requested a second, and there's no second yet.
So what Mr. Reyna is saying, we have gone back and forth. There's been some concerns, questions that we've had. We were disappointed a couple of times with the lack of responses, I guess misinformation or not clarifying information. So this is not something that, and it's okay if we disagree, guys. We're not going to be ugly to each other. It's okay to disagree. But it is something that we have been discussing quite often for the past couple of months, so.
Yeah, and if
I just want to clarify that. It is something that, it's not just, it is something that has been going back and forth. And like Mr. Reyna said, it's true, we had come to an agreement and a conclusion, but things came up again, so.
And that's what I wanted to address. The last time I met with this board, and I'm not going to discuss the discussion about my tactics or my plan going forward, but my understanding was that everybody was okay. And I even asked, because there was going to be a second meeting on Thursday, and I asked Miss, I want to say Ariel, I apologize, but I asked, do I need to be at that meeting? Because there was only one issue that was not clarified, that was a contract. That had nothing to do with me. And you said, no, don't worry about it. It's going to be quick, a 2 or 3 minute thing. It's going to be done in open. We're not going to have executive session. That's it. And that was the last time I had an opportunity to update and share with the board that. And then I find out later on, oh,
Sir,
no. But hold on, let me finish.
No,
I'll let
but,
you.
no,
You're the
sir,
board president,
you know
can
you know the rules. Okay, first of all, nobody
Right,
asked you.
but I have the,
No, but
I have
nobody
the
asked you
floor,
to talk.
so I
Nobody asked you to
asked.
talk. Okay,
I have the floor,
this
sir.
board is having a discussion up here, so I would like for you to respect that, okay? So we need a motion on the, we have a motion here to keep him. So, anybody else have any, there was not any questions for him to ask. Unless you guys want to ask a question, then you guys can direct your own or not.
Mr. Torres, can you clarify what can and cannot be done in this list? Correct, okay. So there can be an interjecting motion before?
No.
Okay, so now would be the next motion.
Yes, to terminate. Yeah. So, okay. So the motion to keep him dies. Now, you want to ask him questions, or you want to make a motion to To terminate? You have any questions?
I don't have any questions, but I would like to make a motion to terminate services with Mr. Salazar.
Okay, I got a motion to terminate Salazar. Can I have a second, please? I'll second it. All in favor, raise your right hand. 1, 2, 3. 3? You get 3? Okay, so motion dies. So no action is taken.
I do want to let the board, if I may, Mr. President, may I speak?
Go ahead.
I do want to keep the board, I have my promise, you know, my motto on my emails is loyal, faithful, and aggressive representation. I stick to it. I have a license. As Coach earlier said, proof is in the pudding. I think he said the results are in the pudding. I think we've discussed in the executive session the proof. I do support, you know, and I will continue to support. My goal is to try to get as many responsible parties to pay for the damages at the Pack and the Net. That is my commitment to you from day one, and I have not changed on that. So I do appreciate the support, and again, I do appreciate the opportunity to represent the San Benito School District. At one time, I was a school teacher here at Berta Cavazza, and I was loyal, faithful, and aggressive back then, and I continue to do that, not only as a teacher when I was a teacher back at junior high, but I continue to do that as an attorney, so I appreciate your support. Thank you.
Okay, let's move on to agenda item number 9, closed meeting. In accordance with the Texas Government Code Open Meetings Act, the board may move into closed session for the following reasons. Section 551.071 for the purpose and private consultation of board attorney on any and all subject matters authorized by law. 551.074 for the purpose of considering an appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment duties, discipline, or dismissal of a public office or employer or employee, or to hear any complaints or charges against a public officer or employee. At this moment, we go into executive session at exactly 6:33 p.m. Thank you. Okay, we reconvene into open session at exactly 7:42 p.m. Let's move on to agenda item 9.1, employment resignations and retirements and terminations. Mr. Perez?
Yes, Mr. Lopez, I ask that we approve the employment resignation, retirements, and terminations as discussed in executive session.
I have a motion. Can I have a second? May I need a motion? I got a motion by Ms. Hernandez. Can I have a second?
Second.
By Mr. Varela. All in favor? Motion carries. 9.2, 9.3, 9.4, no action. So at this moment, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I have a motion by Edward to adjourn. Can I have a second?
Second.
I have a second by Mr. Corona. All in favor? Motion carries, and we adjourn this meeting at 7:43 p.m. Thank you.